Sylvia Likens. She was born on January 3rd, 1949, a all-American teenager who was tortured and murdered by her caretaker, her caregiver, Gertrude Benisinski. What's her name? Now, this bitch tortured this little girl. Took care of this little girl. Tortured her. Sometimes didn't let her eat. Sometimes whatever she could do to make this little girl's life miserable, this bitch did it. Now, Gertrude had kids of her own. She'd get her kids to torture Sylvia. She would get the neighbor kids to torture Sylvia. She would get Sylvia's little sister Jenny to torture Sylvia with telling Jenny, "You see what's going on with her? If you don't help, then it's your turn." Jenny, being a little girl, scared, having to hit and do stuff to her sister because she knew that if she did, it would have been done to her. See, Sylvia and Jenny's dad worked in the traveling carnival. They were about to leave town, and the girls really didn't want to go. They wanted to finish school. They had friends. They just wanted to stay, and they were tired. They're tired of moving around all the time. They just wanted to finish the school year. So they talked to their dad. Sylvia and Jenny was friends with some of Gertrude's kids. So the girls, they asked Gertrude, they asked their dad. They all had this plan, well, why don't we just stay with Gertrude and her family, and we can finish the school year. You're going to have to leave. Please, Dad, you know how kids do. Well, their dad thought, well, this might be a good idea, because he really didn't want to take them out of school again, and he thought, if it's okay with Gertrude, we could do this. Gertrude volunteered and said, "You know what? Yes, it's okay with me. I will take care of the little girls. They can stay here and finish school, and I'll look after them. I'll be like their second mother." Well, the dad, he thought, okay, she sounds like decent, good enough lady. The girls, like, they get along with her kids. Yeah, let's do this. So the dad leaves the two girls with Gertrude. And Gertrude, it didn't take her long to show her true colors. She started beating on Sylvia. She started starving Sylvia. She got her kids to beat on Sylvia. She got her neighborhood kids to beat on Sylvia. She even got Sylvia's little sister, Jenny, to beat on her. Now remember, these are kids, these are babies. So, well, Jenny, she's little. Sylvia's is only 15. So Gertrude would tell Jenny, you see what's happening to your sister? If you don't help, you're next. So, being scared, she would apply and do the same as the other kids. Not feeling any remorse or any sadness or anything for this little girl, just hate. She just beat her until she died. October 26, 1965 was her last day. Now, Gertrude, she took a knife and carved in this little girl's stomach while she was alive. I am a prostitute and proud of it. Like, really? She would hang this little girl up and whoop her. She would hang her arms up above her head in the basement and take a belt and just swat her over and over. This was a psycho bitch. Now, their dad didn't know nothing about this. And when he would send the money for Gertrude, if it was late, she'd take it out on Sylvia. If something happened at school with one of her kids and they said, oh, well, Sylvia laughed or Sylvia was watching or, like a fight or something, she'd take it out on Sylvia. Everything was Sylvia's fault to Gertrude. Everything. Well, Sylvia died on October 26, 1965. Jenny finally got some help and got out of there. But honestly, it was too late. Sylvia was gone. This bitch did everything to this little girl. For what? Jealousy? Ignorance? Like, my opinion, she was an old piece of shit. That's my opinion. So, that is the story of this beautiful baby right here. The case of Sylvia Likens.